Podcats! Welcome back to another episode of Chat About That. I'm your host Bella, and in this episode, I'm going to be chatting all about the Harry Potter New York store. Before we chat about that, I just want to mention that I did an episode in season 1 called Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and in that episode I talked all about my opinions about J.K. Rowling and how I don't support her, and that it's just so disappointing that she is transphobic and that she's just spouting all of these really horrible statements and just really dangerous and disturbing statements about trans people, and I don't support her. And although I'm going to be talking about the Harry Potter store in New York and, I'm going to be visiting it, I think that it's okay to not support her, but still love Harry Potter and still love the universe and still, want to purchase things with your houses and Harry Potter merchandise and things like that. And I know that by doing that, I am financially supporting her, and I completely know that and I own up to that, but I don't support her as a person. And I know it does sound a bit contradictory that I'm not supporting her, but I'm also, purchasing Harry Potter merchandise, and that is supporting her in a sense. I just want to talk about that and just, let you guys know that even though I am going to be going to the store and I am going to be talking about it and I still love the books and the movies and I'm going to be, buying merchandise there, I don't support her. And I think that's okay. And I just want to mention that. And I just want to own up to that. And, her comments, and I did go into this in that other episode, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it right now, but her comments and her opinions didn't ruin the Harry Potter series for me. It didn't make me, look at the books and the movies and think, oh my god, I can never enjoy this ever again because of her. So I just wanted to mention that because I know there's probably going to be a lot of people listening to this who might, think that I do support J.K. Rowling, and I absolutely don't. And if you want to learn all of my opinions on her and all about, exactly what's going on with her, if you're not aware, please listen to that episode that I did back in season 1. So moving into this episode, this is actually going to be a part 1 of 2 parts. The second part of this episode will be going up in July, so next month, after I actually visit the Harry Potter New York store, because I really wanted to do an episode on this. It just opened this past weekend, and I really just didn't want to wait to talk about it until July. It's top of my mind. My boyfriend and I were following it all weekend, and we were watching, different Instagrammers and YouTubers who went to the store, and we watched a bunch of videos about the grand opening, and we follow a bunch of people who were there, and just top of mind, and I just wanted to talk about it. So this episode, I'll be talking about what the store is, what it has there, some cool fun facts, and little things that you can do at the store. And then part 2 that I'll be releasing in July, I will be talking about my experience, what I purchased at the store, and just talking a lot more about it now that I've actually been there. So what is Harry Potter New York? What is the Harry Potter New York store? So a few years ago, the Harry Potter Wizarding World released information about a Harry Potter store that was going to be opening in New York. And this store was actually supposed to open last summer, but because of COVID, they had to push it back until June of 2021. So on June 4th, the Harry Potter store opened in New York, and it's in Broadway. It's right near the Flatiron Building, if you are familiar. So it's on the main island of Manhattan, and it is south of Broadway. It's actually considered the Broadway area, but it's south of Times Square and Broadway, where you go see all the plays and everything, and it's right near the Flatiron Building, and it is literally the largest collection of Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts products under one roof in America. And it is also the world's largest, and I think the only, not the world's largest, but it is America's largest, and I think the only Mina Lima store as well. And if you're not familiar with Mina Lima is a design studio behind all of the graphic props in the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts films, and they are really, really amazing designers. So basically anything that you see in the movie, so all the Wanted posters, the Weasley shop, all their products, the Quibbler, the Sirius Black, wallpaper that they have, anything that was design, a graphic design thing in the movies, Mina Lima designed it. So it's the biggest like collection of Mina Lima products and posters and things like that in America. So I'm actually just really excited because, you know, you can go there and like purchase the actual Sirius Black like wallpaper. You can buy that. You can buy cards and all this stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself because I want to talk specifically about what you can purchase at the store in a little bit. But yes, I will link the Mina Lima website as well as the Harry Potter store websites in my episode description. So please check those out if you want more information about them. But yes, so the Harry Potter store opened the first week of June, and there are a couple of really cool things that you can do here. So you can obviously go shopping, and the online store right now has a lot of what you can purchase there, but a lot of the items are actually exclusive to the store. So the majority of the items are not available to purchase online, which I think is actually really cool. I know that there's already some stuff that's been posted on eBay and it's like way skyrocketed. So if you want something from the Harry Potter store, I would look on the website first and then go to like eBay or something like that, because if you're never gonna be able to go depending on where you live, or you're just not gonna be able to visit the store, you can purchase some stuff on eBay, but all of like the exclusive like wands and things like that I'll get into are available on the shop. So don't go to eBay yet. Another really awesome thing is they are going to have the world's first, I believe it's the world's first, or at least America's first butterbeer bar. So I'll talk about that in a minute. And then later, I think this month or early next month, they are going to be opening 2 virtual reality experiences. So I'll talk about that in a minute as well. For the shopping, they have a bunch of different sections. So I'm going to read off what they have. They have the flagship entrance, where you can transport yourself into the magic of the wizarding world. And the entrance of the shop actually has this beautiful phoenix that was designed by the Harry Potter prop department. And it's Fox the Phoenix, and she's above you as you enter, and she's flying above the store, and it's just really beautiful. I'm really excited to see all this stuff in person. So they have that. They also have the Atrium of Awe, which is the middle of the store, and there's a spiral staircase that goes down to the lower level. There's also elevators, which I'll talk about in a minute, but the spiral staircase at the top of it actually has Albus Dumbledore's griffin statue that is in front of his office. So if you are familiar with the books and the films, you remember that the way you enter into Albus Dumbledore's office is that there's a griffin statue, and when you say his password, the statue turns and it reveals a spiral staircase. So at the top of the spiral staircase in the store, they have the griffin statue, and it actually does rotate. And around the staircase and on all of the stairs, like handle, like the railings for the stairs, are different wands. So they're like giant wands from each different character, and it's just kind of like fun little Easter eggs they have. And all throughout the store, they have like little props and replicas, and they have like kind of little sceneries. So on top of the shelves, you can find, you know, Nifflers and the Sorting Hat and the different Horcruxes, and just like really cool little like Harry Potter Easter egg like replicas that they have all throughout the store. Another section is they have the Ministry phone box, and unfortunately you can't dial magic and like talk to the Ministry of Magic like you can at the parks. If you weren't aware, at Universal Studios, there's a telephone booth, and if you dial like magic, like with the like if you click the numbers and you like spell out the word magic, you actually dial the Ministry of Magic, and you can like I guess it's like a recording or something, but that's not available here, but still cool. So you can take like pictures in front of it, and then there's like a brick wall with all these like wanted posters. Again, those wanted posters are designed by Mina Lima. And then they have the confectionery, so it's pretty much just like a mini version of Honeydukes, and Honeydukes is the sweet shop in Hogsmeade. I'm gonna be talking obviously all about Harry Potter in this episode, so I will say like what things are from, but I'm not gonna go into details of like what Hogsmeade is and what Honeydukes is, because if you're listening to this episode, you probably already care about Harry Potter. And if you don't know anything about Harry Potter, I don't know what to say to you. Go watch the movies, read the books, or just go to this website because you can learn all about it. Another section that they have that I'm probably the most excited about is the toys section. And not that I want to buy toys, but it's all decorated with a dirigible plum tree. And that tree is actually outside of the Lovegoods house. And it just looks like this magical, like, forest. Every place in the shop looks well decorated, but I think like I'm most excited for that like atmosphere. I guess it's because I'm a Hufflepuff and I love, you know, nature and things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited for that section. There's also a dark art section, which is decorated with green tiles, and there's a giant Nagini coming out of the ceiling, so the giant snake, and she actually talks. And in each section, there are little like audio cues and things that go off. So in one of the rooms, you can hear the golden snitch. The toy section, you actually can see the lights of the Weasley's car, the flying car, the lights from the car flash. In the confectionery, there's a giant chocolate frog and it ribbits like every 10 minutes. There's also a book section, which has an archway of like different books, and you can like have little Easter eggs. Like some of the books that they have are like Gilderoy Lockhart and things like that. There also is the House of Mina Lima, like I mentioned, and then there's the things that must be named, which is a personalization section. So you can get personalized wands and personalized journals, house robes, and also Triwizard Tournament shirts. So it's really cool. Also, right now, and I think that they said that they're going to potentially raise the prices, but as of right now, the prices at this store are better than you can get at the Universal Studios. So if you wanted to get a robe and you're actually like gonna go to the shop, the robes at the shop here are $100, and I think they're between $125 to $150 at the parks. I do have a Hufflepuff robe, and I actually got it from Cine Replicas, and it was only $85 with free shipping. So Cine Replicas actually has like the best deal on robes. Obviously you can get like a $25, $30 like Party City robe, but it's not going to be like good quality. So if you want a legit Hogwarts robe and you don't want to pay like $100, but you don't want it to be like crappy quality, I would get the Cine Replicas one, because it's actually like, I think it's better quality than the ones that they sell at the parks. The patch looks a lot better, and I just think overall it's a better quality robe. So if you want a Hogwarts robe that's not a piece of crap, get the Cine Replicas one. But the ones at this store here right now are much cheaper. There's also a jewelry section. They're selling Alex and Annie bracelets. They're selling some things from Noble Collection, and they're also selling some Pottery Barn items as well. So that is the shops. And I am just excited to see all of the sections, but I'm also really excited because if you've been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you know that the majority of the merchandise for the houses are for Gryffindor or Slytherin. And Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff kind of get gypped, and there's not as much merchandise for them, which I think is a shame, because I feel like the most people I've met in real life are either Hufflepuffs, Ravenclaws, or Slytherins. I have never met somebody in real life that's a Gryffindor. Like maybe like one or two people are Gryffindors. Also, my dad did take the Pottermore quiz and he got Gryffindor, so I guess I've met someone who's a Gryffindor, but I think if we're actually talking about like people you know being wizards, I don't think my dad would be a wizard. I think he would have been a muggle, but I guess my dad's a Gryffindor. But like other than my dad, like I've never really met anybody in real life that's a Gryffindor. So I know they're out there. I know you're all out there, but the majority of the people I know are Hufflepuffs, Ravenclaws, and Slytherins. So the fact that the Harry Potter New York shop actually has an even amount of merchandise for each house is really exciting. So if you have been wanting to buy like a sweatshirt that says like Ravenclaw or like Hufflepuff or whatever, you can buy it here. And again, you can buy a lot of these items on their websites. A lot of the, you know, Harry Potter New York exclusive items are not going to be there. Like you're not going to be able to buy like a Harry Potter New York t-shirt as of right now, but a lot of these, you know, house-specific items are available on the website. So I'll quickly talk about the virtual reality experiences. I don't have a whole lot of information about them right now because they're not open. I will have more information after I actually visit the shop. I don't know if I'll go to any of these virtual reality experiences, but definitely in part 2, I'll give more information about them. I'm sure people will have done videos on them and everything. But right now, there are going to be 2 Harry Potter virtual reality experiences, and I've never done a VR experience like at a mall or anything like that, so I'm not sure how it works. I'm sure you just go into a room and you put the goggles on and it's like synced up and stuff. I don't know. I've never done one. But there are two, going to be two. There's one called Chaos at Hogwarts, and I'll read the little descriptions. After missing the Hogwarts Express at King's Cross Station, an unexpected friend helps us get to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Students, Dobby needs our help after accidentally letting loose a case full of magical creatures. Wonder where they got that idea from. Journey through Hogwarts Castle, cast spells with your wand to immobilize pixies, discover hidden secrets, and find out if you can manage the chaos at Hogwarts. That sounds very fun, but the other one, I think I would rather do, even though I do really like magical creatures, and the picture has like a little niffler. I don't like the pixies. I've never liked the pixies from Harry Potter, so I don't know if I'll do that one. But the other one is called Wizards Take Flight, and it says, keep your broom steady and fly into the wizarding world. Meet Hagrid at Nocturne Alley and follow him through the skies of London while dodging and battling Death Eaters, casting spells with your wand. Escape through the clouds and soar over the Black Lake towards Hogwarts Castle, where you can fly freely around the magical grounds. Accio Firebolt. I know I'm getting into it a lot, but I love Harry Potter. I'm wearing my Hufflepuff shirt, so obviously I was going to get into that. So yeah, those are not available yet. Hopefully they will be available by the time I go, so I can at least just give you some more information about them. Again, I don't know if I'll actually do them because they'll probably be like expensive. If they're like under $10 each and they don't take like 4 hours for me to do, maybe I'll do it, but not sure. The last thing that they have is the butter beer bar. When I heard about this, I was so excited because I can go to New York and get butterbeer, and that makes me very happy because right now the only place you can get like legit butterbeer, like, I mean, I guess if you like lived in England, you probably could get like what actually like butterbeer is, but the only place you can get the, our version of butterbeer is at Universal Studios in either Florida or Orlando, and I think they have Universal Studios in like other countries and stuff. But now they have the butterbeer bar, so they are bringing butterbeer to New York City for the first time, and it says that you can get the drink. You can drink it in the magnificent butterbeer bar, and you are also going to be able to purchase bottled butterbeer, which I did actually see on the shop, and I'm going to check the website again because I do think that you can actually purchase this right now. Yes, so you can actually purchase the bottled butterbeer. You can purchase a single one or a pack online right now. So that's actually really exciting that you can purchase that online and, get it. So if you really want to try the bottled butterbeer, they also have a lot of the Honeydukes items like chocolate frogs and the exploding bonbons and things like that. So you actually don't need to go to Wizarding World to buy a lot of these items. So that's actually really fun. So if you want to try like a bunch of Honeyduke sweets, you can buy them on the website. But yeah, so they have bottled butterbeer, and they also all obviously have the, cup of butterbeer with like the foam on top. When I was watching videos of people talk about the butterbeer and like do the experience, they said that the butterbeer at the New York store is actually better and more delicious than the one you can get at the parks. So I'm really excited. I've only ever had the frozen butterbeer, but when I go in October, and I will do a whole episode probably in late October all about my experience at Harry Potter World, I'll talk about the other flavors and like what I thought. But yeah, I've only had the frozen butterbeer, so I'm actually really excited. And they also it's $10 for like the mug of butterbeer at the store, and you also get to keep the cup. So at the park, you have to pay for the butterbeer, and then you have to also pay like extra $2 or $3 for the cup. But here they just give it to you, and they also have like this really handy like washing station that you like flip your cup upside down and you like press it in, and it like sprays water into your cup, and that way you don't have to walk around New York with like a sticky, gross cup. So freaking clever! Like, why can't Universal like get on this? Absolutely amazing. So I'm super excited about that. They're also having like cookies and little cupcakes and stuff that are shaped like sorting hats, and there's a little Trevor the Toad cupcake and things like that. So I am very excited to go and get some sweets. And I'm just really excited in general about going here. And it seems like so magical. Like I've mentioned, I've watched a bunch of people already who went to the store, do, you know, behind the scenes and talking about like what more in detail is going on there. And I think that it's just gonna be really amazing. And eventually I know that they are going to put a window to the butterbeer bar from the outside of the store, so you'll be able to just get butterbeer and take it on the go while you're in New York. So they don't have that yet. I don't foresee that happening for a while, if not maybe next year or maybe after like COVID is actually over. Because if you weren't aware, COVID is not over. Just because the CDC said that you can not wear your mask indoors doesn't mean that COVID's not over. My entire last episode, if you missed it, was all about my thoughts on the CDC guidelines and how I think that you need to still wear a mask. Anyway. So I'm not sure where or when they're going to be doing that, allowing people to like take butterbeer on the go, like from outside the store, but that'll be really exciting. So anytime I go to New York, I'll definitely be popping down there and, you know, getting some butterbeer. That's pretty much all I have to say for this episode. I know it's fairly short. I know the past couple of episodes I've had have been short, but I have some more like interesting and longer topics and episodes that I want to do like coming up. So episodes will be a bit longer in the future. I've been really just having a lot on my mind, and I've been pretty busy with life and work, and I just want to kind of chat. I mean, this is what the whole podcast is about, chatting about what I want, and if what I have to say is long or short, I'm gonna say it here. So again, I know this episode was short and last episode was short, but, you know, I don't have too much more information to talk about the store right now because I haven't, you know, obviously been there, and it's only been open for a couple of days. But I did want to talk about it, and if you are interested, again, I will link the Harry Potter New York store and the Mina Lima store in the episode description. Please go check all of them out on Instagram. That's all for this episode. As always, stay safe, stay classy, stay magical, and I will chat again with you soon. Goodbye.